Welcome to RV Life on a Shoestring budget.
You guys, thank you so much for joining us this week. It's going to be a really great topic. We are just going to hit this hard and fast. We are in the middle of our lunch break, so we have to get back to work here real quick. But we wanted to talk to you guys about...
Last week, we talked about how to reduce your life by getting rid of all of the stuff that you don't need while you're living full-time in an RV so that you can live on a lesser budget.
So the topic for this week...
which gets us to the topic of this week, which is how to fund it.
It truly is. How do you fund your full-time RV life while you're living on the road? All right. So now we've done the topic. Ken's already done the intro. Go check out last week's video, Extreme Downsizing. Yeah. It's important. You got to do that first. And then what's your next step?
And then you don't have to have so much money in order to live. Because you've downsized. Anyways.
What your goal is to create the smallest monthly budget possible. So by budget, we mean expenses. Yeah. So you want to be able to have, maybe in your life right now, you're spending, I don't even want to give a number because I know every different jurisdiction, every different part of the world has a different amount of what people live on per month. But let's just throw a number out there. Let's say you're living on $2,000 a month right now. And what you want to do is you want to get that as low as possible. Can you get it down to $1,000 a month?
Yeah.
Can you get it to $1,500, $1,200? What's your, how low can you get that number? Because
how low can you go?
Because that is actually what's going to help you find the career and the jobs that you need to fund your RV life.
I talked to a friend of mine who still lives in the city where we used to live, and he says, hey, I watched a video where a guy said I could live on $200 a month. So this is the topic. How low can you go? And then how do we fund that? So here we go. So one book I read that really helped set this all up was The 4-Hour Workweek. Mm-hmm. And I know that a lot of people who have read that book say, hey, I don't agree with everything he said. Hey, don't agree with everything.
Do you ever agree with anything any book ever said?
Agree with one thing. Agree with two things.
Yeah.
Get the mindset to change a little bit to say, hey, that looks like it's... See, the last 2 years have proved...
Hang on, before you pass on... Before you pass on, I love you, dear. No, before you move on, The 4-Hour Workweek is a book you can get it on Amazon. And if you want to click on our Amazon affiliate link in the description below, we totally appreciate your support. It doesn't cost you anything extra. All right, 4-Hour Workweek, go get the book. And now, we have learned some lessons in the last 2 years. That's right.
The last 2 years have shown a lot of people that they do not actually have to drive to an office to accomplish the amount of work or more than is expected of them. Mm-hmm. So... Now, employers may not see it that way anymore, but the employee has, or the contractor, or however that relationship has been put together.
So the most obvious option for making money on the road is to see if your current position, your current job can be taken on the road. So if you've been working from your basement and from your home office for the last 2 years, it's possible that they wouldn't even know if you were in Arizona or New Mexico or in the Yukon.
That's right.
Not the Yukon because that doesn't have Wi-Fi. But anywhere else that has a data connection or a Wi-Fi connection, you could probably just continue your job.
Your career.
Yeah.
Now, that's one option, obviously.
We have lots of options, you guys. So many.
Here we go.
All right. Let's say you can't just take your current job on the road. The first thing you want to do, and you guys, seriously, for this, the whole entire series, for the RV life on a shoestring budget, go get yourself a notebook. Go to the dollar store, get a notebook, get a pen, and start taking notes as you listen to these videos, because there's a lot of stuff in here that will trigger you to be able to do your own brainstorming and come up with your own creative solutions. So
you see, it will unlock some doors, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, that helped.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you're going to take stock of all of the skills that you already have in this life.
It's crazy. The other day I said to Kent, I'm 51 years old and I feel like I really haven't done anything. I don't have a degree. I don't have a certain career. So what skills could I possibly write down on a list like that? And then we started talking about it and I'm going, whoa, we've done some stuff.
You have to write down all your skills, or just like that, the exhaustive list of all your skills. Like,
let's say,
have you ever installed flooring? Lisa has driven bus.
Have you ever homeschooled your kids?
Have you ever taught somebody how to drive?
Have you ever been a teacher? Have you ever taught Sunday school? Do you have a degree? Maybe some of you do, and that's fantastic. So
have you ever been in sales? Have you ever done counter work?
Yes. What certifications do you have? Do you have your first aid certification? Do you have your lifeguard certification?
Have you done WMIS training?
Yeah, exactly.
These are things that we are familiar with that we're just saying.
Yes, exactly. But I know there's a lot more. People have done photography. So don't just include your work skills, include your hobby skills as well. What if you're a really crafty kind of person and you just work with your hands and you know how to do amazing knitting or artwork or painting or whatever? Add that to the list.
And of course, all of those work skills too, like if you have a boiler ticket or if you have a welder's ticket, all of the, write your skills down.
Have you ever worked in construction? Do you have any skills in counseling? Computer skills, IT skills, web development, social media management, like all of those skills that you have in your life, the part of your life experience. Write those all down, as many as you can think of. Take 2 or 3 days to mull it over, and you'll be like, whoa, I've done lots of stuff.
Electrical, lots of those skills you actually enjoy.
Exactly. So that's the first step we want you to do. Is you just get a pen and a paper and just write out all of your skills. So we'll wait.
And it could be
get your pen.
that you like driving. Even. I just wanted to throw another one out there.
I think you said that already.
Oh, probably.
All right. Okay, so are you finished your list of skills? Okay, we're back. Did you guys write all of your skills down, all of your passions and all of your life experiences, all that stuff?
I bet you forgot a few.
Keep that list handy. Now we're going to go to the next step.
Always build to that list even.
Yes, the next step is?
The next step is how do you market? Okay, so if you are going to, let's say, not do the 9 to 5 work and you're going to instead use your skills, see, you can say, hey, I'm going to be for 4 or 5 months in a state like, let's say, Arizona. Or now I'm a Canadian, so I can't do this portion, but you probably can. So I'm going to be in, let's say, Vancouver, but you're going to be in Arizona. You can look ahead and say, hey, I want to know what the Kijiji ads are, the Craigslist ads are for that area, and see if people are saying, hey, I need somebody who is a construction helper. I need a driver. I need those kind. Start making the phone calls, set things up. You get there, and 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever your capacity is, you're already embedded into their operations and you're making a paycheck.
Yeah, and that could be a paycheck like Kent said on a regular schedule. Let's say you're going to be in that area for 6 months. That's great. You can do that kind of work. It might also just be a one-off. I know when we were in Cultus Lake, there was an ad in Facebook Marketplace that someone needed help with their computer. Kent went over and helped them a couple of days with their computer. So it can just be one-off kind of stuff, or it can be like more of a long-term position that you have for 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, whatever it is. So definitely look ahead of where you're going to be. Check out the local rag and find out what is going on. Another thing you can do is
put your name in the local rag.
Exactly.
Craigslist, Kijiji, whatever
offer
works.
your services.
Yeah.
Of all those skills you just listed, somebody wants you to help them.
Now there's other ways of doing this. Obviously, if you are a travel nurse, you will have an agency that will help place you onto your next location.
Exactly. So look at that as well. Look at agencies that can place you. We're going to go through a list in a minute of a whole bunch of different jobs you can have. Travel nursing is just a good example of that. Another thing you can do is make sure you're networking. Network with the people around you, other RVers and nomads. If somebody's hanging around in a hot tub and they start talking about a great work camping situation that they just finished or that they're going into, make a mental note of that, head back home and write that down, because that's a good lead.
Make that phone call.
Yeah. So networking through campground, other people, other RVers, other nomads, as well as friends and family. You never know, somebody might have a good gig that they can offer you.
I know a guy that's skilled now for RV mechanical work, and so when he's in an RV park, you could hand out business cards. You could put out a advertisement in front of your rig that says, hey, you need some help with your RV repairs, replacement of parts, let me know.
Exactly. So putting out your own shingle, whether that's on Kijiji, Facebook Marketplace, I'm sure you guys have other ones in your area that you're familiar with. So go ahead and do that. And don't forget to check out other YouTube videos too, because there's a lot of other YouTubers out there that are already doing this, and they've given you lots of advice, lots of good ideas on how to make money on the road. I know we've watched a ton of them. So this might just be your jumping off point watching this video, but check out all the other videos that are out there.
And here comes the big list.
Here comes the list.
All of the things that people do to live RV life on the road.
This is not an exhaustive list. I know you guys can add more to this list, and so please do add to the list in the comment section below. All right, let's do it. We're just going to fire these out there. So this is really just to get you guys brainstorming. And
here's one.
Oh, I thought you were like, are you hot or something?
No, camp hosting.
Exactly.
That one works because you get to park your RV, you get to plug in all that thing. A lot of people do that. Okay, go ahead.
And you have a place to live for free, which is also a
Yes.
bonus. An entertainer. We saw someone the other day who was a storyteller.
Yeah.
I'm like, that would be perfect if you're a storyteller or a musician. That's a great way to travel.
Yeah, a musician. That's right.
Yeah.
How about a travel nurse, which we've already mentioned?
We have.
How about you take your skills with you and your company with you, a bookkeeper?
Yep.
Okay.
Website developer.
Yes, we've met a few of you guys
Yes.
that you are wherever you are making sure you're taking care of your customer with your web and all of the other things that happen with their website and their emails and all those things.
And right in with that is a social media manager.
Yes.
There's a lot of companies out there that want a presence on Instagram and on Facebook and all these different places, but they don't have the skills to do it, especially if they're smaller companies.
Yep.
So they're not hiring in-house, they're going to bring someone in to do that. So that's a good one. If you love your social media, look at that as a possible option for a career.
You could market that. Okay, how about a consultant in your field? Let's say you are good at training staff and you want to be a consultant in that area. So guess what you do? You say, hey, here's the 5 places that I'm going to go. You make the map and you go, okay, here's how I'm going to go, and I'll train those people when I get there. I used to be a women's trainer, so I could go into a business and train all of their staff the ways of women's.
We met a guy that trains all of the Yellowstone staff every season to come in and
do their tills.
Do their till work and all their retail stuff.
Absolutely.
So he just goes in for a few weeks, trains everybody, and then he's done for the season, for the year. So I'm a homeschool mom. I homeschooled for 18 years. So when we were in the Lower Mainland for the winter, I was a homeschool mom's helper. So I was helping her with her kids, helping her choose curriculum, that kind of thing. So yeah, that was super fun. All right, so we've got other situations here. We've got a temporary worker in your field. So if you're in construction, or maybe you're a hairdresser and you want to just cover somebody's maternity leave for a bit, that might be an option.
Absolutely. How about farmers markets and fairs for your crafts or your skills or your product that you develop?
So if you are thinking, I'm more of an entrepreneur, I want to start my own business, I'm going to make jewelry, or I'm going to sell my photography, my photographs or my artwork, farmers markets and fairs are a good place to do that for sure. And,
absolutely.
And you can travel and follow them along, follow the route that they all take. We missed one here, seasonal workers. So if there's harvesters, people who work in greenhouses, people who get hired just for Christmas time, that kind of
fishing.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly. So tourism is another one. Lots of provinces and states have certain tourism years or seasons, I guess. So that's a good place to work in that industry. All right, we've got this one.
Prospecting. That would be like gold panning or working a sluice box on a claim.
Yeah, exactly. And so you can make money just as a gold panner yourself. I don't think you can make a lot of money. Again, get your budget nice and low so you don't need a lot of money. But you can also make money in gold panning if you can find good locations and then you sell that claim to a company who wants to come in and do it commercially. So that's an option there. All right, truck driver.
Yeah. Whenever you're in any of your locations where you're going to be for a while and you all of a sudden talk to a few warehouses, talk to a few businesses that need that truck driving skill, well, you may be able to fit in their schedule and make that wage.
And along with that would be school bus driver. I mean, if you're going to be in one location for a season, let's say from September to June, and you have your class 2 and you can do your school bus driving, that's a good option.
Wow. Some people work with Uber. So all they do is tell Uber where they are now, and they could pick up a shift or 2 or 3 immediately.
Or courier driving, or any of those driving jobs would be options for sure.
Yep.
Transcriptionist, so medical transcriptionist, a legal transcriptionist. Sometimes you can do those from wherever you are. You just you get the information sent to you, and then you do your job, and then send it all back. So that's another option as well.
When we were in Quartzsite, there were booths set up at the big inside show that would actually ask RVers if they would like to work at their location for the season.
Mm-hmm. Like Amazon or whatever.
Amazon, but there was also, what was that other one?
National parks.
There was national parks. There was also one, JCPenney.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. We have friends of ours who are teachers. That's their career that they had for their life before they hit the road.
Yep.
And so they will take teaching gigs every once in a while, and they'll just do that as part of their work camping situation. So nothing long term,
Yep.
but just we're going to be in this location for a few months. Let's teach some classes. So that's another thing. And the last one I want to mention is voiceovers.
Yes.
So that's a whole career in and of itself that you can do online. There's courses you can take, and then move on from there.
There was another one, conferences.
Oh yeah, we missed
You
that
see,
one.
when conferences are up, they need to have everything done, staffed, all of those things. Some of them are for government workers. Some of them are for symposiums, shows.
Stampede.
And they may even pay a stipend for your fuel.
Ah, they might. That's true. Stampede is another one of those
Yes.
big events. They hire for 10 days. You work 10 days straight. You make
Yeah.
killer money, and then you're exhausted and you're done. So that's an option, that kind of thing. Fairs.
Take the
that
rest of
go
the year
through.
off.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking like county fairs.
Yes.
That might be good. And there was one other thing, film industry.
Yes.
So you can be an extra in the film industry, and you can
Yep.
say, look, say to your agent, again, this is one of those situations where you'll want to work with an agency, but you can say, look, I'm going to be here for the next 6 months, and then I'm going to be there for the next 3 months, and then here
Yep.
for 4 months, and they can get you
Willing to work
get you
on
jobs.
remote sets.
Yeah, there you go.
Imagine
Exactly.
that. Can you imagine if those career sets fit into your lifestyle, where you could take 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 7 weeks off between systems for earning that income and see the world, live in your RV,
Yeah.
and then have it completely funded because you're engaged in things that you actually enjoy and like to do in different exotic locations.
All right, now it's your turn.
Yes.
It's your turn, you guys. Again, grab your notepad, grab your pen, take that list of skills that you have and your hobbies and your life experience, and try and match it with some kind of a career or a job. Think outside the box. We want
Yeah.
you guys to really stretch your imagination here and go, all right, let's see what we can do. What can I do with the life that I've been given to create an income on the road? Okay, so get your list, get your stuff, get your brainstorming going. We won't keep you from that. We have one more thing that we want to say, though.
Yes.
Diversify.
Yeah.
So right now, and this comes as a shock to even me, right now, Kent and I have 11 streams of income.
Yeah.
11 different streams of income. Some of them are closely connected and related to each other, but they come from different places.
And some of them are really small.
Some of them are teeny tiny. Some of them are a little bit bigger. Some of them
Yeah.
are decent size. But right now we have 11. We usually have between 8 and 12
Yeah.
streams of income.
And
coming
lots
in.
of those are always in the works of growth, which means they could grow big at any moment.
Well, some of them are. Some of them
Yes.
are stagnant, where it's just like
Yeah.
you just get a paycheck. You do your work. You work your hour. You get paid for your
Yeah.
hour. But other ones are potentially residual income. Some of them are passive income. Some of them are different types of income.
Which-
and that's a whole other conversation.
Which goes back to the 4-hour work week. Some of those systems work whether you're sleeping or not sleeping.
Exactly, that's true. So yeah, we do recommend reading that book. And you guys have fun. Get out
Yeah.
there, find out how many streams of income you can create. And work is calling us. We gotta go, you guys.
We gotta go.
Aspen Crossing, Lisa speaking.
Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Not bad.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. We had so much fun thinking through all the possibilities. All of a sudden, we're like, hey, we could do that.
Hey, we've had so much fun meeting so many people that are on the road,
Exactly.
finding very extremely cool ways of making life work.
And work really needs us to get back. So we need to get back to work, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. My
Yeah.
name is Lisa.
My name is Kent. We're Living Light RV.
We're grabbing life by the tail. We know you guys are too. Get out there, find out some ways to make some income for yourself so you guys can hit the road. We will see you next Friday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. My name's Kent, and this is Lisa, and we're Living Light RV. Grabbing life by the tail.
GoPro, stop recording.